Welcome back to JB Sports. I'm your host, John Burton, and today is Wednesday, so it's Wrestling Wednesday, actually doing it on Wednesday today, this week, and, we're just going to get straight into it. We're mostly going to talk about Raw because some big stuff happened. So just the matches, anything goes match, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel, good match. I'm hoping this storyline can kind of be done soon because I don't like Liv as champ too much. I don't think she wrestles in enough like matches for the championship. And I think she's one of those wrestlers where the story going up to get the championship is way better than when she actually has the championship. So hopefully Rhea can get this title back soon from her and not have to deal with this anymore. Overall, good match. Nothing terrible. 8-man tag team match, the Wyatt Six versus the Final Testament. I was kind of surprised to see the Final Testament win. I think that the Wyatt Six, a lot of people are overreacting and saying like, do they just give up? I think it's okay for a team like them to lose sometimes. You can't have them be invincible. It's better this way because the way they built the Fiend up when he lost, he was over. If you have the Wyatt Six lose a little bit, it's not like they're an invincible team that can't lose. So honestly, it's not terrible that they lost. It was a good match. I liked how it worked, and I think people were just overreacting. Lyra Valkyria versus Lena Vega versus Ivy Nile in the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Lyra Valkyria takes the W. I like this actually a lot. I think she's one of those prime candidates that needed this title on the main roster to really get her going. Zelina Vega, she's kind of established. Like, she's been here a while. She's been putting on great matches. And Ivy Nile, she's okay. The American Maid's kind of been a little off. I mean, they haven't really done much. So we'll see what happens there. But haven't seen much with them. I'll save the New Day promo for last. Seth Rollins promo, basically just talking more on why he hates CM Punk, but him and Sami Zayn are cool now. Drew McIntyre, great promo. He just talked about what was going on and stuff. But the New Day promo, this is what I really want to talk about. So we went into this thinking like, all right, let's hear them out. You couldn't hear them out because the crowd booed them so much they couldn't even start the promo. Like, this is a different level of heat. This is like the Dom heat. This is the Dom type. It might be even more because Dom could kind of get it in at the end, but these guys they couldn't. Like the New Day, it's getting are the biggest heels in the company right now. The New Day are the biggest heels in WWE, which is crazy to think. And I mean, I know they started off as heels, but this is a different type. What they did to Biggie was absolutely nuts. So this storyline is amazing. I actually love that they're heel because I really want to see Xavier heel. Kofi, I wasn't expecting as much, but I really want to see Xavier heel because I feel like he could be a very good one. Kofi will probably be a great one too. So there'll be a really good heel tag team duo, and hopefully they can pick up the championships before anything crazy really gets going. Finn Balor interrupts Gunther, and then Damian Priest comes out. I think that just set up the triple threat match at main event, which I'll do predictions for. And yeah, that was really the big stuff. I don't think too much. I mean, New Day, everybody hated the New Day. Even Cody came out and I don't know. Cody did not had to talk with the New Day saying like, "Hey guys, like you messed up," and I liked it. I think it's really showing how much of a heel duo the New Day are, and how much that the rest of the WWE actually like hates them. So. Next, you have SmackDown results. So the Motor City Machine Guns lose their titles to DIY. It was supposed to be the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Street Profits, but the Street Profits were attacked somewhere by someone, by a group behind, in the background. And Champa and Gargano pick up the W. They actually beat the Motor City Machine Guns. Motor City Machine Guns, I like them as champs. Um, I think DIY might be one of the hottest teams right now because they also turned heel like the New Day, which it was just Tommaso Ciampa, and I wouldn't have minded another Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano feud, but I think they need to wait on that because it happened in NXT twice. Like, it's happened a few times before, so this is a new, fresh kind of look for them. I like this. I like them as tag team champs. I love them when they beat the Bloodline for them. I mean, they beat. Sorry, maybe A-Town down under for it. Bloodline lost to Motor City Machine Guns, my bad. And I really like what they can do for the tag team titles and for their own careers. I think this is a big jump for them. I think they can be great with them, and I think they can have some great matches, especially with, eventually in 2025, the Lucha Bros coming in the scene for the tag team titles. And I think a lot of tag teams will be coming out from NXT, so we'll see some good tag team bouts in the future for them, especially Chad Gable and Cody Rhodes segment. So this one I liked a lot because Rhodes and Gable, you know, both kind of had some similar things. Cody brought it up. He talked about how Chad Gable was Shorty G, and he talked about he was Stardust. So he's really bringing in like the emotion to the whole segment. I really liked that they brought that in because it kind of brings. Well, the crowd loved it. A lot of edits came from it. A lot of things. It was very good for, you know, it was very good for media, like social media, because it was great segment and a great promo. But I really like that Cody actually brought up Stardust. He's not afraid to bring it up, like a lot of people think he is. I think it was overall a really, really good segment. I think that Chad Gable and Cody Rhodes can have some really good matches if they continue this little feud. If Cody beats Kevin Owens at Saturday Night Main Event, maybe Chad Gable can keep going with him. Maybe get some matches in there. I mean, we got to see if Cody Rhodes beats Kevin Owens, because a lot of people actually think Kevin Owens might win, which I don't think it will happen. But that would be a way to kick off the Saturday Night Main Events coming back. That would be really, really crazy. So we'll see what happens there. I don't think that it will happen. I think Cody Rhodes will retain, but you never know. So other other than that, on SmackDown there was some big ones. I think that Solo had a great promo. He had one of his best promos when he's talking about how they were like two men down, but they're not. Well, he was talking about like how they were like Bronson Reed and like Tama was out, and he's like, well, Tonga, and they just didn't care. He put on a great promo, and he was really convincing. Like, this is the best solo promo, I think. I think he did very well. He's been entertaining recently, actually. Like, he's still the team of Bloodline. Like, I'm not saying anything like that. Like, not the good Bloodline. They're the fake ones, but he had a great promo. So I really like that Solo is getting better on the mic, because he's a wrestler in the future, like a big wrestler in the future for WWE. So it's good that he's really started to establish himself as a good wrestler, which he is, and that he can cut good promos. So next, I'm going to go into NXT Deadline results. I did do a prediction on TikTok. I did a prediction video if you want to check it out. I did not do well, but thankfully, since I was trying a new thing, I didn't do the punishments because I would have been way off. So let's get into these results. So first match, Iron Survivor Series, Javon Evans versus Wesley versus Frazier versus Paige versus the mystery person who came out last, and that person was Oba Femi. Was not expecting that. I'm gonna be honest. If I knew he was gonna be in the match, I would have predicted him to win. I predicted Evans to win, which he almost did. He was close to tying it with a last second, the finisher he has, and he almost won it, but he couldn't get it. So Obafemi was your Iron Survivor, which Obafemi is going to take the title off of Trick Williams, in my opinion. I think that's when Trick will go to the main roster, but this was a really good match. I liked a lot of the action in it. Javon Evans was amazing. Javon Evans is so good. He should definitely be a champ in NXT and a champ on the main roster, probably like a mid card. He could probably be a main event like talent. We'll see. He's very, very good. His match with Randy Orton was amazing. So we know he has the talent for it. Wesley did great. Frazier, he did great. Paige, he was funny in the match. I kind of wish he was taken a little more seriously, because, Oba took him out in the cage. He tried to escape it. Oba took him out, bounced his head against the walls a few times. So he was taken a little more as a joke. I think, especially after NXT with him losing to the Don, he's lost right now, so he's gonna get that kind of character change. He might turn face. We'll see. I don't know if he'll turn face or just reinvent his heel self, but something big is happening for Paige soon, because I think with Trick, if he loses his NXT title, which he'll lose it for the second time now, he's he's definitely going to main roster. I think he's done enough where he can. He is NXT right now, but some of these up and coming talents like Paige, Oba, Javon Evans, they can take over when Trick Williams goes to the main roster. So that was a great match. Oba wins off of a very good ending. He pins both of them at the same time. He pins, I think it was it Wesley and Frazier, and then Evans almost gets the tying pin in there, and it just does not happen for him. So next match, NXT Underground Lola Vice versus Jada Parker. I had Jada Parker winning. She did not. This match wasn't bad. I don't really like these underground matches as much as some people might. I think they can be good matches. I think Raw Underground was a massive fail when that happened. And if it works for these guys, if it works for NXT, it's great for them. Lola Vice is the underground queen or whatever she says she is. I wanted Jada Parker to win. I think Lola Vice has had her chances to be champion and they haven't pulled the trigger. So I don't like her really that much anymore. I don't think the storyline's really there. Jada Parker, she's doing very good, so kind of bummer she lost, but overall it was an okay match. There was some action that was good. I just aren't the biggest fan of it. So next one is the NXT Tag Team Championship match: Frazier and Axiom versus Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights. So Frazier was banged up from the match. I don't know how much of it was just show and how much of it was actually like his. I think it was his nose was bleeding, so he had a wrap around that, and then his ribs. I really did think Frazier and Axiom were done here. I thought their tag team championship run was over. Great action in this match. Really loved the story, like during the match, how Frazier needed help. Axiom had to step up, and boy, did Axiom step up. Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights so close, but they lose to Fraxium. I think that's their tag team name together. Whatever, Braxium. But they lose to Frazier and Axiom. Axiom does great. I really love what he did in this match. Really carried Frazier. So maybe this can be a little storyline further to how Axiom has like saved the titles last two times or something like that, where he saved the title. So like Frazier has to be more in the mentality to be in the tag team championship scene with him. And hopefully they can get a really good storyline where it breaks them up soon. Because I think the storyline against those two, the one-on-one, will be absolutely amazing. They're both great athletes. They're both great wrestlers, and they can put on some great matches. So hopefully soon they can get that little feud going between the two. Yeah, Frazier had a messed up nose. And then the second to last match, NXT Championship match, Trick Williams versus Rich Holland. Honestly, way better than I thought it would be. I think that Rich actually did very good. He held his own kind of in this match. I never for a second thought he was going to win the title. I think when Trick loses, he's going to the main roster, so that's why Obafemi would be a way better choice than Rich Holland. So I don't really think that I never thought he was gonna win. I never thought Ridge was win. I knew Trick was gonna win. There's some moments where it's like, oh, Ridge, like good move, but like in the near falls. But I couldn't think Ridge was gonna win that. It would have been crazy. It would have been a huge swerve, but I knew it was gonna happen. Trick, great. He's been amazing as champion on NXT. I think a lot of people agree. He's been NXT. He's like the man in NXT. He's been that for like a year now. Ever since last WrestleMania season when he beat Carmelo, he's been the man. So Trick's been amazing. He deserves this main roster push. Hopefully, when he gets to the main roster, he's not like drowned within the stars, because sometimes that happens where main event NXT guys or girls, women go to the main roster and they just can't get it going. I mean, Carmelo, he's been okay, but he's been struggling a little bit. Lyra Valkyria, she was struggling for a bit, but thankfully she got this championship opportunity when she gets there. Hopefully that will help her. And there's some other talents that are kind of like not stalling, but like if they're going up, it's kind of slow. So hopefully that if Trick goes, he can go quick, because he would be a really good mid card championship holder to start, and then I think he could definitely be world champion one day. I would love to see Trick as a heel champion though. I think that would be really, really fun. I think he'd be a great heel champ. So hopefully one day we can see that on the main roster. I think the main roster heel championship would be great for him. And then last match of the day, You had Iron Survivor Challenge Gulia versus Sinclair versus Ruka, Zaria, and Stephanie Vakir. I will say this right now. So Ruka was the MVP of that match. Some of the moves she was pulling off were absolutely nuts. Like I think it was like the the backflip out of the ring onto them. That was crazy. Her finisher's a crazy move in itself. She had some of the best like action in it. I didn't think she'd win. I actually picked uh Zariah for this, which she did not win. Gulia was your Iron Survivor Challenge winner, which I do think this is the time where Roxanne Perez loses. I think both of these Iron Survivor winners are going to take the championships home. I think Oba will win it when he goes against Trick, and I do think Gulia will win it when she goes against Roxanne Perez. So those two will probably head to the main roster soon. I think they're both main roster ready. Roxanne Perez has been on a great run also as women's championship. Like these two championship holders have not disappointed. They put on great matches. They've been great in storylines. They're really good on the mic. So this was a really good run of NXT championships on this year. So I think that you really hope that next championship holders like Gulia and Oba can keep it up. I think both of them can be good. I think it will be hard to top Roxanne Perez's run because she just had some amazing matches and storylines. But Gulia can definitely do it. I think she will be good. But throughout this match, Gulia did great. Sinclair did great. Ruka, MVP of the match. I'm sorry, she was amazing. Soraya, she wasn't bad. She did pretty good. Stephanie Vakir, she did amazing. Honestly, Sinclair, she didn't do bad. I think everybody did pretty good. I don't think anyone really dragged the match down. Sinclair, she was kind of funny. She was just kept getting pinned, so it kind of kept her out of the match for most of the time. But when she was in the action, she did fine. So, and Stephanie McKeer was so close to winning it. It was another one of those like close finishes, but this was an amazing women's Iron Survivor match, and I think the champions will do well. Speaking about champions, so right now, Cody, I'm gonna go into him. I love Cody as champ. He's been really good in my opinion. I love Cody as a wrestler. He's one of my favorite right now. I don't think he should lose to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is amazing, but I think the storyline wise, Kevin's kind of been on top recently in the storyline, so I think that's why he's gonna lose because usually the person on top going into the pay per view loses. So I want Cody Rhodes to hold it to WrestleMania because I want to see him versus Randy for the championship. And then hopefully whoever wins the Royal Rumble goes after Gunther. I I guess I'm selfish, but I really want to see Randy versus Cody for the championship because Randy's been throwing out hints for like the last year when uh, Cody was champion. Like he's been eyeing it up. He's been talking a little bit about it. Like you could see in some photos where he's celebrating with Cody and he's looking at the championship. He's like just like straight looking at it. So I really want that match to happen at WrestleMania for the championship. If not, it's still a great match. Like I wouldn't be too pressed if like Kevin won because Kevin has been great. I've seen some rumors that like Kevin, Seth, and Drew are gonna make a little faction of their own. I think that would be fun. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're all kind of like in agreement where they're all in the same spot, but I don't think they're gonna make a faction. I wouldn't like totally mind it, but there's got to be some factions that break apart. One faction that I think is gonna break apart soon is the Judgment Day. The new Judgment Day has not been honestly amazing. I think they're all been on their just separate storylines. Lord Farquaad, JD McDonough hasn't been doing much. Carlito's a different bag to get into. Finn Balor is going against Dom and Liv at this time. Basically, he's just disrespecting them. So I would not be surprised if a breakup between those group happens very soon. I think Finn should be a world champion very soon. I want Finn to be a world championship so bad. Like I want him to win one. It's at a point where I'd be okay with him beating Gunther just because I want to see it because the 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 championship reign he could have would be insane. The amount of like feuds that would be amazing, like the Damian Priest feud when Finn would have a championship, amazing. There's some other wrestlers where Finn has like battled throughout the years that would be amazing. There's some amazing matches that could happen. So Finn as champion would be amazing. I don't think he'll win it soon. I don't know if he'll win it in his time in WWE, but if there's a chance, please pull the trigger. Arguably, he could have won it against Seth last year, well, this year, but he didn't. I love Seth, but Finn's title reign wouldn't be terrible. So I think it would have been fine if he would have won, but I do predict that not the new day, sorry, the new Judgment Day will break up soon and everyone go on their own path. Dom, he's been kind of breaking out a bit. He's been getting kind of some cheers, but like against Gunther, he was getting cheers. He's been growing a lot, so I would love to see them break apart so some of these new factions can kind of go ahead because for some new factions to come together, some new tag teams, old ones have to break apart. And unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles. So some of these factions need to break apart soon. But thank you guys for watching. This has been a great episode. I hope you enjoy your week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you've been enjoying Wrestling Wednesday throughout the last few months I've been doing it. It's been a crazy uh, few months. I mean, I can't say year because I haven't done this for a year, but it's been great. Thank you guys so much for watching and being followers and fans. Um, like I said, have a great rest of the week. Be ready for Friday's episode for sports and be ready for my predictions for main event. I'll try to get a short out on YouTube this time. But if you don't follow my TikTok and Instagram, I'll have the link tree in the bio. But thank you for watching. Have a great day and bye. Subscribe.